Understanding what reality shifting actually is and how to apply it will make you absolutely unrecognizable in 2026 and will make you move from where you are right now to where you want to be. This means more clients, more business, more money, dream car, dream life, or whatever you actually desire. We all have different aspirations, so I cannot put you all in the same bucket, but it applies to absolutely everything. I see so many people that get stuck year after year after year, and when a new year comes, happy 2026 by the way, they say, oh, in 2026 I'm going to whatever. In 2026, yeah bro, this is my year. You don't understand, I'm locking in this 2026. This year is my year. But after a couple of weeks or even after a couple of days, they fall back into the same reality, into the same bad habits, which leads to the same mentality, which leads to the same actions, which lead to the exact same results, and they get stuck again. It's like falling into fucking quicksand. It's like plunging into Bermuda Triangle or whatever. It's inescapable almost. But if you learn how to actually reality shift, you will escape this circle. I work with so many entrepreneurs that escape this circle after being stuck making $20,000 per month. They started making $100,000 per month. People that didn't even have a business started to make their dream sums every single month, or winning championships. I had an athlete, a basketball player, and also a football player, help them all through reality shifting. Now, I'm going to teach you exactly how to reality shift and how this whole thing works, super simply, like you are 10 years old. So every single one of you can start applying it today. I'm going to give you a techniques, so I'm stuttering. Make sure you watch till the end. Now, I channeled my inner Picasso and drew a couple of highways. This metaphor is for you to understand this whole parallel realities better. Now, I can only draw a certain limited amount of highways right here, but imagine an infinite number of highways, and each highway leads you to a different reality. Let's say highway A leads you to a reality in which you are homeless. Let's say highway B, if you step on it and you start riding highway B, leads you to a life where you are an actor. Let's say highway C goes to a reality in which you are a multimillionaire. Let's say highway D leads you to a reality in which you are a drug addict. And highway E, let's imagine it, takes you to a reality in which you are just a normal person doing some normal shit. And highway F leads you to be a Mongolian survivor or whatever. It doesn't matter. Every single highway goes to another reality, but all realities happen right now. There's a version of you experiencing A, there is a version of you experiencing B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so forth till infinity. Now, a thing that I see so many people do and believe is that they create their own highway, which isn't true. You just shift highways to the one based on your decisions. So if you are deep into highway A that leads to homelessness, let's say, you don't create it, you can just change it, right? Even though you are deep in highway A, you can change it at any time. So you shift from leading to A reality to the B reality. You can do this at every moment. You switch lanes on highways with every decision that you make. Now, where do these decisions come from? They come from within yourself. They come from who you are, from your identity. Right? So if you want to reality shift, you need to change your identity. You need to change your frequency, because identity will make you take certain decisions that will influence in which highway you are stepping on. You can't change a reality without changing yourself, because it means you aren't shifting highways. You shift highways by shifting yourself. So how can you actually shift yourself? Because the mirror doesn't smile before you do, so how can you make the mirror smile? Is by changing yourself. How can you make yourself change? This is where a technique comes into place. Now, how to actually change your identity in order to step into the highway that leads to your desired reality. Because even though you switch from lane A to lane B, then you would start panicking because lane B doesn't feel familiar, so you'll start taking actions and decisions that actually feel comfortable, so you'll go back to lane B. This is what I see so many business owners actually struggle with, and especially the business owners that hit plateaus or that don't make as much money as they used to make. They start to get more clients, they start to produce better ads, let's say, and they see a positive change, but then they self-sabotage because it's not familiar. And they do this self-sabotaging because every single thing is self-sabotage if you are not where you want to be, because their identity doesn't match their desired reality. It's a one-on-one reflection. Reality is a one-on-one reflection of your identity and of your frequency. So how can you change your identity and your frequency? First of all, step number one, which is the most important step, and I don't see many people talk about this, is being empty. Now, what does being empty mean? It means emptying the cup of your current identity. Through silence. You need to eliminate all judgments, you need to remove all labels or beliefs that you currently have. You need to empty the cup. Imagine you have a, oh my gosh, I don't know how to draw. Oh my, this is not a cup. I think I need to do it the other way around. Okay, imagine it's a vase. It's a cup, it's a vase. Use your imagination. This is so bad. Okay, imagine you have milk in this glass, right? It's full of milk. Pause. The glass is full of milk, but you want the glass to have water in it. So what do? You don't pour water into the milk. Doesn't make sense. You need to spill the milk, right? You empty the cup and then you place water in it. This is what this step is about. You need to empty your cup before you place in another thing in the cup. You need to remove your current outfit if you want to have another outfit on. If I want to put a suit on, I would remove this outfit that I'm having right now. It's the same with identity. You can't create a new identity from the old identity. It doesn't make sense. I can't put a suit on with this cozy clothes on. It doesn't work in this way. You cannot pour water into a milk cup. Remove the milk first. Well, you can. Nobody's stopping you, but it's not efficient. It's not efficient, and then you are wondering why nothing is changing. You might know all of this. You say, yeah, Matej, but I know all of this. You are just talking basic things. I heard this in The Secret. Yeah, but why aren't you where you want to be? It's probably because you try to change from a version of you that is not ready to change. The old version of you will constantly sabotage you from not changing because it wants to exist. This is what's comfortable for the old frequency. You are feeding the old version of you energy. So you need to remove the old version of yourself first if you want to step into the new version of yourself. This is how it works. And you do this through silence, through emptying the cup, through just removing all the judgments, all the labels, and all of it, becoming empty, just being. This is the first step. I go in depth with my clients on this. If you want to, you can book in a call and we can talk more about this. We can work together, make some more money together. Or you can find some information about it in my book also if you want to. So after you empty all the judgments, you remove all the judgments, all the labels, everything that you know about yourself, you just are. You go back, you remove the mask, you remove the social mask, you remove your mask, you remove everything. Who are you when you are fully still, when you are fully silent? This is how you need to be. This is step one. Now, what's step two? Step number two. After you reached that neutral state through meditation, through silence, through whatever methods you use, the method isn't really important, it's you that is important. Step two is from the neutral state. So with the empty glass, you start to receive the new state. You pour in what you want into that cup, which is your desired version of yourself. So how can you do it from the neutral state? Well, you start to see things as that version of you would see them. So you view it from their perspective. Now you probably heard that perception creates reality, because events, challenges, things in of themselves are neutral. They aren't good or bad. It's us that puts a label if they are good or bad. For some people, rain is good. For other people, rain is bad. Is rain actually good or is it bad? It's just the perception that the person has upon the event that influences how the event plays out in their life. So you need to see things and life in the way that that version of yourself sees them. This is why you need to be clear on who you want to become. This is why you need to be clear on the version of reality that you want to achieve. Because without it, you can't see it as it, right? And you can practice seeing things from different perspectives by, it will sound completely schizophrenic, but I read this in a book, it's super cool. Try to take objects in your room, inanimate objects, or even people, even animals, everything, and try to look at the world from their perspective. Stick with me. Imagine being this whiteboard right here. How would you see things? Try it out. Try it out. It's a great exercise. One, it's really good for the mind. Really, really good. And it will help you understand things better. It will create a perception muscle, let's say, so that you can actually practice seeing things from your desired state of view. You are practicing right now, right? You're practicing for the match. So how would that golf ball look at reality? How would that the dog look at reality? Imagine. Try to do it. So see reality from the perspective of the desired version of yourself. Now, see perception, right? Then feel like the version of yourself. How can you feel? I get this question so many times in my comments on Instagram. By the way, if you want more content, you can find me on Instagram at Bobanu Matei. I post a lot on Instagram. You can check out all my videos, all my highlights, and you can even ask me questions in the DMs if you want. I get this question so many times, so I'm addressing it here. How can you feel like you already have it? Now, let's do an experiment. Imagine I gave you what you wanted right now. Close your eyes. Imagine it. How would you feel? Feel it right now. Just imagine the feeling. It doesn't need to be accurate. Turn your analytical brain off. You don't need to know exactly how it would feel like. Maybe it will feel different. But how do you imagine the feeling to be? Feel it right now. This is how you do it. Through your imagination. Imagine you win the lottery right now. How would you feel? Stick with that feeling. Of course, there are different visualization methods and practices that will help you feel better, which I share with my clients. But just imagining what you want will lead you to feeling it. Imagine you having a sexual intercourse. You'd probably get aroused. Imagine biting into a lemon. You'll probably feel sourness. Eating pineapple, sourness, or whatever. You can use your imagination. Me, if I imagine getting into a fight, my heart starts racing. It's like I'm there. I get more nervous imagining fights than actually stepping into them. It's insane. I don't fight people on the street, by the way. I'm talking boxing. So feel like you would if you were that person. Also, I don't see people in this community of reality creation or of neuroscience or whatever talk about how important it is to use physical things as well. So you might buy something nice for yourself. You might buy a watch. You might buy a coat. You might dress nicely. You might talk more eloquently. You might walk more straight with your shoulders rolled. You might learn how to fight. You might learn how to be more intellectual. You might appreciate things more. You do this to feel like the desired version of yourself. There's nothing wrong with using physical things to feel nice. I'm not talking about cocaine and hookers. I'm talking about things that don't lead you on the hedonistic pathway. Hope you understood. So feel like the version. Feel like you are already there. Feel like you are already there. I talk much more in depth about this in my book. If you want to get it, you have the link in bio. Much more in depth I don't want to bore you right now. I'm giving you the step-by-step, so it's super applicable for you today. You can do this all today. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till 2027, all that bullshit. Change what's possible right now. The present moment is the only moment that actually exists. The future is unpromised. The past doesn't really exist. By the way, you can rewire your past. You can rewire your past. I'm just saying you can rewire your past. Perception is reality. Just a little sprinkle, you know what I mean? Now, the last thing is B. Buzz. Haha, got the joke? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, B. So become that version fully. Fully immerse in that version of yourself. So not just seeing and feeling, but also actually thinking like it, believing like it, doing everything like that version of yourself. Just fully immerse in that energy. Fully become it. Not just visualization, not just work, not just all the package all together. Live from the end. This is what I wanted to say. Live from the end. Nice. Great. But now there's a little problem. We do all of these things, but now step number 3, which is crucial in achieving what you want. Step 3 is resting in the version of you that already has it, and in that reality without needing to see proof. So letting go, as they might say. What most people do is they understand, right? They understand what I'm saying, then they implement the techniques, they become, then they see that they check their bank account. They check account, it's the same, they freak out, oh, it's not working. Don't be this guy. Douche. Don't be this guy. You see, what people don't realize is that entering a desired reality, switching highways, is like planting a seed. You plant a seed, right? It's like farming. Everything is like farming. Let me show you. You are a farmer. Boom, new profession. You have a cool hat on. You look like a Mexican. Boom, you have a hoe. Hopefully it's not your wife. And you place a seed into the ground. Now you water the seed. You water the seed. You let sunshine on the seed. And then you let the seed grow. Because you know that God does its job. The universe does its job. Nature does its job. But you can't plant a seed and then the next day, poof, it appears. It might take some time. And then the seed will grow. Now what most people do is they plant a seed, they water it, they let sunshine on it, and then they freak out because it's not growing. And they're like, oh shit, my seed isn't growing, it's not working, whatever, I'm the same, whatever. And then they dig the seed out to see, oh, is it working? Rubbing that seed, the bean. But this just ruins the progress. It ruins the progress. You have to plant the seed and then you rest, that everything will move accordingly. I'm not saying you quit, I'm not saying you don't work, I'm not saying to just, no. But you just don't care that you don't see reality change. Don't care. You live with faith. There is a verse in the Bible saying, you walk by faith and not by sight. You don't care about what you see with your eyes, you care about what's inside of you. You know that it will eventually happen. You know it. There's this thing, there's a test. Reality lags. Reality lags. And your old frequency, right, will try to use this as ammunition for you to not believe in yourself. Will use this period of nothing happening to justify that this isn't working. It will play tricks in your mind, and it creates a feedback loop of negativity. You try to do it, you see no results, then you say, oh, it's shit, and so on and so forth. But it's not in this way, it just lags. Imagine things came to life exactly when you wanted to do. One, fun will go away, it will like dash out. Imagine every time you wanted something, it just came to you. Boring. It's just boring. It's just boring. You wouldn't want anything then. It needs this lag. This lag is beautiful. You can actually see this lag. This lag means not seeing things happen with your eyes physically. It doesn't mean mentally and spiritually they are not happening. They're just cooking up. You know, they're just cooking up in the oven. But you see this period of nothing happening as proof that it is happening. Because you planted the seed. If you've done step 1 and step 2, the seed will grow. You will change lanes. And you'll go to where you want. If you implement step 1, step 2, step 3, and you actually understand how to reality shift, you'll become unrecognizable by the end of 2026. I can guarantee you it. I saw it so many times with so many of my clients. So many times. They went from making $5,000 per month to $60,000 per month. In just 2 months. It's insane. It's crazy. From 10,000 to 50,000. 15 million euro deals. Life-changing money. It's insane what you can do. It's insane what you can do if you just apply reality shifting correctly. Now again, shameless promo. If you want to learn about beliefs and how to change them, you can click this video right here. I hope I'm pointing it right. And if you don't want to watch this, you can get my book. It's down in the description. I talk a lot about this stuff. If you enjoyed my video, you will 100% enjoy that book. So, Happy New Year's, change reality, be grateful for life, smile. Let's go.